This is Will Knight. We are back with another podcast, All About Nothing. And today we are in Kentucky. And we have the pleasure of being in our audience and bringing to our audience a author of a book. And our guest is?
Jennifer Bryan, cocktail evangelist, here to spread the good news about booze.
There you go. So tell our audience, how did you get to this, becoming a author of a book of cocktails?
Well, it's been about 10 years in the works.
Okay.
I have been in hospitality for about 30 years now.
All right.
I started out as a luxury caterer, and then catering's the hardest work I know, so I moved out of that into event planning.
Okay.
And then from event planning, it was a really easy move into cocktail, working on cocktails. But 10 years ago, it was National Whiskey Sour Day.
Okay.
And I had always hated whiskey sours. And I was like, okay, I'm going to come up with a syrup that is going to make a whiskey sour. Okay.
All right.
And I did a cherry vanilla syrup for it, and my best friend and I were talking, and she was like, please go write that recipe down on that card over there. And I was like, the card? And she was like, over there on my bar. And I walked over, and it was a piece of my stationery, and it had all of these recipes on it, and all of this, these stains from the bourbon glasses being set on it, and then, So as I was looking at it, I was like, I should totally do a cookbook for her for Christmas. And then I started writing it, and I was like, no, I should do a cookbook. And so at that time, it was a different cookbook altogether. It was called Gatherings in the Bluegrass, and it was, very Martha Stewart, very, it was beautiful, but it was not what this cookbook is.
Okay.
So I had been querying some agents, and they had great feedback, but they were like, it's just not ready yet. So, So I was married at the time, and I said to my husband, I'm not really sure where I should go from here. And he said, you should contact our friend that we went to college with. We had always tweaked each other's recipes over the years. And so he came on board, and we started the cookbook, and we realized immediately that it wasn't a cookbook, it was a business. And Make and Muddle was born.
Okay.
And so we spent the next few years releasing lots of products and figuring out, we were doing tastings, and we did menu design for bars and restaurants, both in Chicago and in Kentucky and in southern Indiana. And so from there, he and I parted ways in 2022, 2022, and then at that point, there was just this hiatus, right, where he had exited the business, and I wasn't really sure what was going to happen next.
Right,
it was just a kind of time of turmoil, and I have had the great fortune of being able to sink into my creativity during really shitty times in life.
COVID?
All of it, right?
All of it.
So I sat down with the book, and immediately I rewrote the whole book in 2 weeks and understood, I knew what the book needed to be.
You understood yourself and your worth, and you did it.
That.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So how did you go from catering to cocktails? I mean, obviously there's a part in there is equal parts.
Yes.
Because everybody loves food, everybody loves drinks. Or certain people love drinks. I do. I'm in Kentucky.
That's right.
So tell me, what's your favorite drink to make?
Oh, a Manhattan, hands down.
Really?
It's my favorite cocktail. It's my go-to. It's the beginning of the night or the end of the night, or I think it's classic. I think it's absolute understated elegance, which I just love in a cocktail. I love when it's only 3 or 4 ingredients. That was the whole purpose of Make and Muddle. We wanted to empower people to build 3 ingredient cocktails. It didn't have to be fussy. It didn't have to be crazy.
Okay. Not a lot of going in. It's just 4 ingredients and that's it.
That's right.
So just to let our audience know, we are in Kentucky in this beautiful home.
Thank you.
And I'm looking at tons of books on this bookshelf. And I'm looking at another case with all these beautiful liquors and bourbons and gins. And you doing your thing.
I am doing my thing.
So when do you practice? And who do you practice for?
Okay.
Because I want to be here when you practice.
Well, my inner circle absolutely is part of the trial and error crew.
All right, so how do I get into the inner circle? That's what I need to know.
You're here. You're all in, Will. You're already here. It's done and done. So I love to R&D, and that happens when I look at any cocktail recipe and go, I wonder what would happen if I substituted this for that.
Okay.
And I just start messing around and playing. And then when I have been through a few iterations of it, I mean, after doing it for so long, you kind of know. You can look at a recipe, you can look at something and go, oh, I know what that's going to have. But yeah, and then I call my people in and I'm like, I need to taste a couple things.
Okay.
And then they
come on over for a girls' night out.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So I'm looking at your table and I see 6 bottles. And what are these 6 bottles?
So those are our mixers for make and muddle, and they are an all-natural cocktail mixer produced here in Louisville, Kentucky. I R&D'd, and my former business partner, for part of them, R&D'd those recipes. So the jump from food to beverage, being in, I grew up around in and around kitchens my whole life. Both sides of my family are phenomenal cooks, and being in the garden and in the kitchen was always the best place to be, right? It's where all the gossip was happening, all the good talk was happening that was really beyond my years, but I didn't care. I wanted to be in the middle of it. I was going to hear all the gossip.
But you know what's interesting? I'm going to cut you off for a moment. So it's interesting because every time I throw a party and there's food and it's drinks, first couple people come, they want to come in the kitchen.
That always.
And it's just like, so what's going on? They want to hear the gossip.
They do.
We call it spilling the tea.
It is spilling the tea. That's exactly. We're having a tea party in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. It's all spilling the tea.
Well, it is the heart of the home. I mean, it's where the magic happens, right? It's where we put love into things. It's where we're nourishing the people that we love and that are in our circles. And it's such a language of love. So that energy exists in that kitchen all the time, right? And it is where everybody wants to be, always and forever. I don't care what the party looks like anywhere else. They're going to be in the kitchen.
Exactly.
So but the luxury catering was where it all started, and I was doing elevated events for clients that wanted a 6-course meal for 10 guests, and it was just so fun and just a great creative place to be. And because I've been a cook my whole life, so my mom stayed at home with us for the first 10 or 11 years, and then she went back to work outside of the home and went back to teaching. And when that happened, I think I was about 12 or 13 when that happened. And then when she went to work, she said to my sister and I, these are the things that have to happen in the house every day.
Latchkey kid.
We were. And so dinner was our responsibility. And she said, somebody needs to cook and somebody needs to clean. And I'm like, I'll cook. My sister to this day is like, you're such a bitch. But we are peas and carrots in a kitchen together. She is someone that we've been in the kitchen together so long that like we orbit around each other. We are always aware of the other. It's like this. There's never a time when we're like, excuse me, behind you, excuse me.
I don't want anybody in the kitchen when I'm cooking. It's my kitchen. It's me. Get out. Get out.
Why are you where I need to be every time?
Exactly.
Right. So it was just, an understanding of food and ingredients and wanting to create things that had really sophisticated flavor profiles so that it could be one ingredient and not 6 for somebody in a cocktail. And they also do really well in cooking too. I've cooked with all of our mixers and
really?
Absolutely. The Spice Cherry Vanilla makes the best cherry filling that you have ever had in your life.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, for cobblers or pies or cheesecakes.
So tell me, peach pie or apple pie?
Peach.
Okay.
Well, it depends on the season. Right? We're going to eat seasonally. We're going to eat and drink seasonally. So, yeah, absolutely. Apple, September on. Yeah. Peaches in the summer.
Okay. All right.
Or if you've had enough forethought to put them up and freeze it, right? Then you're going to have really good peaches in January.
That was my parents and myself. We always froze apples and peaches.
Are y'all from Chicago area?
So my mom was from Mississippi. My dad was from Georgia.
Okay.
And so they came to Chicago during the Great Migration, met each other at church, and never left each other.
Oh,
so
I love that.
It's a good romantic story.
It is a good romantic story.
I'll write it or do a podcast
That's
on
right.
it later,
We'll,
right?
We'll swap. So did they? So they're still in Chicago? Are they?
They're both dead.
They're both
They're
dead.
both
Okay.
they're both deceased. Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. But you have lots of food memories.
Oh my God! I have recipes and recipes for my mother, sweet potato pie, to her peach cobbler, and it's so funny because I don't eat a lot of sugar now, but when I cook in the wintertime, I want a sweet potato pie.
Of course you do. How could you not? I mean,
Stop being my crutch.
Okay. It's not. Or we could look at it as part of your heritage.
Yes, and it is.
Totally a part of your DNA.
It totally is. It totally is. And I love to cook. So like when I want people to come over, I cook.
I love that.
I was like, I want people to come over because I want to cook.
Exactly.
And
It
it's
gives you an
just like,
excuse.
yes, that's my excuse. And sometimes it's pulled pork, sometimes it's ribs, sometimes it's
love it.
hamburgers, sometimes it's hot dogs, but
Sometimes it's sweet potato pie.
sometimes sweet potato pie. Yes. Then nobody comes over.
That's exactly.
Then it's just like,
I'm not inviting
no,
anybody.
you're not invited. No, not today.
There was no dessert. It just
Right.
it didn't turn out.
It didn't turn out well, you know.
It turned out in my
But-
bedroom next to my bed. That's where
Right,
it turned
exactly.
out. I'm gonna
But
save it for
somebody brought
later.
cookies.
Store-bought cookies. Somebody brought some
Right,
store-bought
exactly,
cookies in there.
Exactly. Which is nothing wrong with that, you know. Put
That's
some ice
right.
cream on them and you'll be fine. So tell me about So we're gonna make a cocktail.
We are going to make a
Make us a
cocktail.
cocktail.
I'm going to make a Manhattan.
Okay.
And this is so let's talk about classic cocktails.
Yes.
So classic cocktails, like were pre-prohibition, right? Turn of the 19th century, the 20th century. And the earliest written cocktails are happening like from the 1860s through the 1900s, right? Those are the times. And the Manhattan is one of the earliest cocktails that was ever done. There was a rumor at the time that Winston Churchill's mother is who created the cocktail for an event, but it was later proven that that was not exactly the case. But you know, anytime you have alcohol as part of history, it gets a little murky.
Yes,
and
of
we're
course.
not going to let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly. Like we used to say, what would I like in the face of a good story?
That's
The
exactly
story's
right.
better than the truth.
Exactly.
Add a couple lines in there, you'll be perfect.
You never, two lies and a truth. What do you think?
Exactly.
So this cocktail, the foundation ingredients are spirit and sweet vermouth and bitters, and then water, of course.
Okay.
But the spirit can be anything. Now, traditionally, this a Manhattan coming, named a Manhattan coming from New York, it would have
Right.
been rye whiskey, likely. But you can have Manhattans with any spirit, and that's part of what the cookbook, what Revival is talking about. It's riffs on a classic. Here's the foundation of the recipe, and now once you have the foundation of it, you can play, right?
Okay.
When you know what you're starting with. So we can sub in any spirit for rye. It could be bourbon, rum, tequila. I mean, you name it. It could be anything. And the same way with the vermouth. If we're thinking about vermouth as the fortified wine, which means that we've added alcohol to the wine to raise the ABV, the alcohol by volume on
Yes.
it. So, and that could be anything. That could be another wine plus a liqueur. It could just be a liqueur. It could be, right? So we can play. We have a lot of freedom there. So the Make and Model Manhattan that is my favorite I use half bourbon and half rye.
Okay.
And then I use a tiny bit of sweet vermouth, but the rest of that is made up in cardamaro, which is this really lovely liqueur that just has a lot of really yummy baking spice notes to it. And then I do walnut bitters in mine.
We're actually smelling liquor now and liqueurs.
That's right. All right, so we
So
are
I get out of your way?
No, you are
Okay.
you are all good. So we're gonna start with 1 ounce of bourbon, and
Okay.
I am just using a Kentucky straight bourbon.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use 1 ounce of rye whiskey.
Okay. I like where this is going already.
Right? Yep. Fast friends. And then we're going to add a little bit of sweet vermouth to that.
Okay, I just have to say, every third Sunday I will be coming here.
We're ready. Come on.
We're
They got
ready.
cheap flights for you. So, a little bit of sweet vermouth.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our cardamaro. All right. Now we're gonna add a tiny, but we're gonna do a couple shakes of, I'll tell you what, well, I'm gonna let you add the bitters to it.
Okay.
Give us a good, healthy 3 or 4 shakes in there. Those are walnut bitters.
All right.
And they are really yummy and have a different flavor profile than regular bitters. And then we're gonna add.
Now you have a book coming out.
I do. I do, the Classic Cocktail Revival.
Okay.
And it is a book that is written in a very tongue-in-cheek way in religious speak.
Okay, all right.
I grew up in and around the church. My great-grandfather was a Pentecostal preacher. My family comes from Appalachia.
Okay.
So I grew up in the church all the time.
Okay. All right. My parents were Baptist. We were raised, well, my sister and I were Catholic. But we went to both churches sometimes on Sunday.
Okay.
Which meant a long day.
That is a very long day. My dad's a recovering Catholic,
okay.
so.
I could understand that.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to give this a little stir.
All right.
So when we stir a cocktail, we are doing a couple of things. We are chilling the cocktail and we're diluting the cocktail.
Okay.
So we would use a mixing glass instead of a shaker when we want the spirit to remain really clear.
Okay.
So when we shake a cocktail, we aerate it in addition to chilling and diluting it. So we want that spirit to be super clear and lovely. And then we're just going to push, we're literally just pushing the spoon around the edge of it there.
Okay. You know what's interesting is I had a friend, he died, but I had a friend, thank you, he used to order gin martinis.
Oh, I love a good gin
and
martini.
he was, and when the bartender went to shake it, he goes, "Don't bruise the gin." He goes, "Stir it. Don't bruise the gin." And I'm like,
so funny.
How do you yell across a bar, "Don't bruise the gin"?
I bet that bartender stopped though, didn't
He did.
He knew exactly what he meant.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, I'm gonna add, so then we garnish this cocktail.
Need some help?
I do need some help. Thank you so much.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now, what is this we're adding in?
So these are Amarena cherries.
Okay.
Well, we have worked our whole life not to have maraschino cherries in our cocktails. Okay. We're gonna level up now that we're grown. Now that we've got jobs.
Yes. Yes.
And Amarena cherries are these gorgeous, gorgeous cherries. That are in a syrup, and they would so Luxardo is a brand, is a very famous brand that folks like to get.
And what's the name of this?
These are Fabry cherries, Fabbri, but there are lots of different brands out there.
Okay.
And I would encourage you to order some. They're super affordable. Amazon will send it right to your door.
Okay.
Also, Costco carries these. A few times a year, and they are so affordable at that point. So, yeah, absolutely encourage you to go get you some.
So, for our audience, this young lady is getting me sauced right now, and these drinks looks absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you so much. Those out of the way. All right.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, this is good.
Thank you.
So just to remind our audience, what's in this?
So this is rye whiskey, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, sweet vermouth, cardamaro, and walnut bitters.
And this is absolutely delicious. I feel like this could be a drink that you could just like, if you don't want beer or whiskey or any type of, it's just like a nice chill drink you want to make in the summertime for yourself.
It is. I think that it is a year-round cocktail. I love how balanced the cocktail is. I think that you could cut the amount of whiskey by half, and it would be even more balanced. But I really do like a spirit-forward cocktail. So, and traditionally Manhattans are served up.
Yeah.
But I really like mine on the rocks. Otherwise, I get myself in trouble.
A little bit of trouble never hurts. Keeps you on your toes. There's no such thing as a bad decision.
That's right.
This is nice.
Thanks.
It's refreshing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
And I also think it's a good gateway cocktail for folks who might not be whiskey drinkers.
Yeah.
It's a good way to kind of. This is probably a phase 2.
Okay.
I would say. Like phase 1 could be like a sour or something that would just, you wouldn't really taste a lot of the whiskey on the front end of it, and then this would probably be a phase 2.
I like it because it's over ice, and I love that because it's refreshing.
Yes.
You know.
And it continues to slowly dilute as, and that's helpful.
That is helpful. Like I said, there's no such thing as a bad decision.
That's right.
So now I have to try these cherries.
Oh, the cherries are ridiculous.
Oh. Yeah. Audience, you have to go buy these cherries.
Amarena cherries. Amarena. Amarena.
These are really good.
Lots of brands out there. Amazon's a great place to find them.
Yeah.
And you can find them in any size container that you need.
So, going back to the book, when is the book coming out?
The book drops September 2nd. It's available for pre-sale now on anywhere that you buy books. Amazon, Barnes & Noble.
All right.
Yeah, and it will be in all of the local bookshops on September the 2nd.
So is this your favorite drink?
Yes, this is my favorite drink, period. Well, close second is a good gin martini.
All right.
And I am a particular fan of barrel-aged gin martinis.
Okay.
So they are delicious and so simple and understated and elegant.
Yeah.
And I've had so many people that were like, I hate gin martinis. And I'm like, you haven't had a good one yet.
Right, exactly. Just like I tell people, I'm like, people say, oh, I don't like whiskey. And then I give them a drink with whiskey in it. And it's just like, oh, what's in here? Whiskey.
What's your favorite whiskey cocktail?
Oh, I would say a Moscow Mule.
Oh, yum. Okay.
I would say Moscow Mule. Most of the time I drink whiskey, bourbon whiskey is on the rocks or neat.
What's your favorite? Oh, top 3. Give me your top 3 favorite.
Whiskey Thief.
Okay.
Evans Williams. And Alexander James.
Okay.
And those are my top 3.
I love that.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
Yes.
And you like it on the rocks or neat?
Yes. If I'm home at night, this is my sipping time.
Okay.
Sipping time for me is like 9 o'clock at night.
Okay.
I'll have a glass of whiskey, or pour 1 or 2 pours of whiskey, and then if I'm feeling like I look at my schedule, see what's going on the next day, then I may have a cigar.
I love that.
Yes, it has to depend on what I have going on the next day and what time I have to get up. And then that night goes from 9 o'clock till maybe 11, 12, because I'm just still like maybe sipping.
Yes.
And then it's just kind of like having a cigar just outside.
So good.
If I have a friend come over, then it's just like we're just talking cigars and whiskey and just kind of like banter back and forth. Get into an argument, tell each other we love each other. Then, it's just like.
Depending on how many whiskeys
Right, exactly. So how many pours we had already,
I love it.
But it's always around food.
Yeah, that's great.
If I'm having ice, it's during the day. With food.
Okay.
It's just like, give me Elijah James on the ice. And I have some food with it. But normal is steak and whiskey. That's my normal.
So
steak
good.
and whiskey.
So
and my
good.
doctor wants me to give up red meat. So I'm like, can I still have steak? He goes, in moderation.
Yeah, that's right. You just can't have burgers the other
Right,
nights.
exactly. Everything in moderation. But I'm in Kentucky now, so that's off
So
the
that's out the window.
Right, exactly.
And have you been to good places for steak and whiskey here?
I have, I've been to a good place for barbecue.
Where did you go?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, great.
I have no idea. I was here and we looked it up. So one of the restaurants was closed. So that we were going to go to. I was with my sister and her husband and some friends. And so it was a group of us. So they picked the restaurant. I'm just here for the tag along.
Okay.
So all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's closed. I'm like, what's a nearby barbecue place? And I forgot the name of it, but it was so good.
Oh, good.
It was so good. I have to remember the name and look it up, but it was really good.
We have some great steakhouses in the city, so.
Really?
Oh, so many. So many good steakhouses.
Okay, so what's your top 2?
Top 2 would be Repeal which is in the Distill Hotel down in Nulu. And Morton's would be my second favorite. And Morton's is I know Morton's is a chain. I know all these things. Some people turn their lip up at that. What Morton's is a sure thing. That's what Morton's is.
Yes.
And they happen to have this lovely bar there, and one of the best team of sommeliers I've ever seen in any city I've ever been to. And the experience is so personalized there. You are so tended to at that restaurant that I will choose it time and time again.
And we have to get them to make some of your cocktails.
Oh, absolutely. I would love it. Although they have a great cocktail menu. But, and truly one of my favorite
Yours
martinis
is better.
in
This
the
is
city.
this is
Thank
better.
You,
this is
thank
better.
You, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that would be good stuff.
So what's on the agenda next for you?
Well, there's a second book in the works now that is going to be really fun. It is a cocktail cookbook based on the holidays of the year and classic holiday movies.
Okay.
And those holiday movies have inspired cocktails. So that book is that will be coming out in the next 12 to 18 months after this release. So that's very exciting. And then I have 4 new products that are releasing this Q4. Which is exciting. I have a new Bloody Mary mix that's coming out.
What?
I know. I spent years and years with this recipe thinking, nobody needs another Bloody Mary. And every menu I put it on, they sell out of it. So I was like, well, I guess
Everybody needs a Bloody Mary.
Everybody needs a good Bloody Mary.
Everybody needs a good Bloody Mary.
And a Bloody Mary rim mix that's going with that. And then I have a 4T TEA tonic. And 4T tonic is a chamomile, calendula, lemon balm base with some barberry root and some citrus and bergamot. Okay. And it's really fun. And then the crowning jewel this season is a collaboration that I'm doing for Old Homestead Distillery in Southern Indiana, and it is going to be the Black Forest Old Fashioned Syrup, the Hoosier Black Forest Old Fashioned Syrup, and it is a smoked persimmon Old Fashioned syrup, and it's going to be pretty spectacular. Right. I'm really excited.
So I have a question for you. You're a movie lady?
Maybe.
What's your favorite movie?
Of all time?
All time.
Oh, wow. That's a tough question. Okay.
Okay, so within the last 2 years, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, no, I don't have any movies in the last 2 years that are my favorite. Oh, that's not true. I really like Dune. I'm into the Dune. I like fantasy and sci-fi.
So if our audience wants to look at Dune, what would be your drink for that one?
Okay. Oh wow, that's a great question.
I put her on pressure on the spot.
You did. I think it'd have to be something for the desert, right? So it would have to be something that was super refreshing and light. And I would probably do something with bubbles. Okay. And that could probably not champagne, probably a seltzer topper of some sort. Maybe a mule. Of some sort. Maybe I think a mule would be good. Okay. Yeah, it could also be a Scotch-based cocktail. For some reason, the lands in Dune always, the royalty and all of that remind me of good whiskey.
All right. So, what's your favorite sipping time to make a cocktail?
Oh, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock?
Yeah, or 4:30.
No matter what time zone is it, or just in Kentucky.
Well, just in Kentucky.
Just in Kentucky.
But day drinking's a thing when you're on vacation.
That is true.
And you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. Will, I don't know if you knew that or
not.
not.
Well, you know something? I didn't know that, but I do now.
I bet you've done that today, haven't you?
I won't say.
Welcome to Kentucky.
I won't say. I'm in Kentucky. What happens in Kentucky stays in Kentucky.
That's right. Jefferson County has no jurisdiction in Chicago.
So if you were to have a quick dinner, hamburgers, barbecue, maybe some pulled pork.
That's not quick.
Okay. What would be your cocktail for pulled pork? Or like a quick barbecue with 5 people?
Pulled pork would be a blackberry whiskey sour because they are peas and carrots together.
Really?
So good. So good. So light, so refreshing, so a little citrus on the back end of it. It's really lovely.
All right. Okay.
Blackberry whiskey sour for pulled pork. Old fashions or Manhattans for steaks.
Okay.
Martinis for fish and chicken. Yeah, that's where I would go there.
Okay. So we're going to be wrapping this up,
Okay.
and I have one more question.
Okay.
If you were to give advice,
Uh-huh.
a piece of advice that your mother, father, grandparents gave you, what would you want to pass along?
That's a good question, too.
I know, I come with good questions.
You really do. It's almost like you do this for a living or something. You know, the best advice, I think, well, two pieces of advice. We'll start with the funny one. My mother, one time, this is a story that's in the cookbook, actually. One time, my mom and my sister and I have gone to Chicago every year, the weekend before Thanksgiving, as a 24-hour shopping spree. We stay at the Ritz.
Love it.
We do Michigan Avenue. We do
Love
the
it.
club at the Ritz. So it's just all of the things for 24 hours. We were driving to Chicago one time, and we were talking in the car, and Mom said, girls, I need to, we were talking about a really bad experience that she had had at one of the restaurants, and that, you know, it was just not right. And
Do me a favor, just raise your mic up a little bit.
Yep.
Sorry.
And she said, girls, I'm going to give you some advice right now. And we like leaned in, like we were all in. Okay, she's about to impart the secrets of the universe, right? She said, for all that's good and holy, champagne and vodka have to be served ice cold. And we fell out. It is my favorite quote my mother has ever given me. There's the life advice, friends. Champagne and vodka must be served ice cold.
And it cannot be Prosecco. It has to be champagne.
No, it better be champagne. That's right.
All right.
That's
a good
my
one.
favorite one, I think.
I love
Yep.
it. I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
And then, you know, my grandparents always wanted all of us to just do what we love.
Yeah.
They wanted us to have an easy way. They wanted us to not struggle and
Yeah.
to not, you know. And I think that following your passion and your joy are the best ways to not get stuck.
And I say that's a wrap
All right.
for All About Nothing. And I'm going to continue with these cocktails.
Absolutely.
And have another sip.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us for Will Knight Podcast, All About Nothing. And we will talk to you guys later.
Cheers, y'all.